Hi, everybody. Dan DeFedericis of Saratoga Report. This is a newsmaker segment. I am here with Greg Connors, the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Saratoga Economic Development Corporation. You may know of that as SEDC. A lot of you have known Greg for years, as I have. And earlier this month, the reason we asked Greg to be here earlier this month, Regeneron, a pharmaceutical company, announced. I don't want to steal Greg's thunder here, but I mean, the news is known, but this is Greg. First of all, welcome to Saratoga Report. Thank you for joining us. And does it get any bigger than this? The news that you folks announced along with the governor's office earlier this month?
Well, Dan, thank you so much for the invitation to join you this morning and your subscribers. It doesn't get much bigger than this. The Regeneron investment in Saratoga County is the second largest investment, second to the Global Foundries investment of now almost 20 years ago, that brought $15 billion in capital investment to Saratoga County and about 3,000 full-time jobs. This is $2 billion, which is a significant investment at scale, and about 1,000 new full-time jobs. So it's number one and two with the investment scale here in Saratoga County, and we're very proud of that investment, and we'll support and enable their investment as best as we can, any way we can.
That's great. And this is in the former Quad Graphics building in the Grande, I said the industrial park there, which is so great because we had a business leave town, right? And then a few years back, and you hate to see that. And here we are filling that business with something even bigger and better. There's just and not only bigger and like this is as high end as it gets, right? 1,000 jobs, pretty high tech jobs, right? There's a pharmaceutical, but with other things on. They both research and then produce. There is the long term plan. Is that correct, Greg?
Yeah, it's an international biopharmaceutical manufacturing company. And they do research and development and manufacture, and then they commercialize medicines that benefit, apparently, the most seriously ill of our citizenry, both here in the United States and abroad. So it's 21st century advanced manufacturing, and it's here in Saratoga County.
So suffice to say, these jobs that will come here are going to be, skilled, sophisticated, and higher paying, right?
Yeah, there's no question. I mean, the estimate that Regeneron provided to me as part of their application with the Saratoga County Industrial Development Agency estimates that their annual payroll will be in the neighborhood of $48 million once they're fully ramped. So that's a significant economic impact here into Saratoga County and the capital region.
I would say so. How long did it take from the day you were first notified of interest to the announcement earlier this month? How long does that groundwork take at your end?
Well, you mentioned the unfortunate relocation out of New York by Quad Graphics, and that occurred in early 2024. And about a year ago, September, I believe it was, of 24, Regeneron made their first investment in Saratoga County, which was about a $42 million investment in the acquisition of the former Quad Graphics site. And then we've been working with them both in advance, in advance of their acquisition, and since then, that will transform that facility from what they currently use it as, which is distribution, logistics, and warehousing, to biopharmaceutical manufacturing.
Well, good thing I'm an old friend, because I'm going to get you in trouble here, because I'm going to ask you to do some shout outs, obviously, to the SEDC. Congratulations.
Thank you.
But I know the governor's office and other entities were involved, and I'm putting you on the spot here because if you miss one, you're going to be mad at yourself. But who else was involved in this?
Well, certainly the governor has made New York State an international destination for 21st century advanced manufacturing, and that's represented by multi-billion-dollar investments across the state. So certainly the governor's office is responsible in part for this great announcement and this investment. But Empire State Development is the economic development arm of state government, and their role in this investment is to offer to Regeneron a $35 million Excelsior grant, which is a tax credit grant in exchange for their 1,000 jobs that they'll be creating. So Empire State Development has taken a leadership role in this opportunity as well. And it goes without saying, Saratoga County government are equal partners in this effort. And Saratoga Springs City Council has been part of the discussion, as well as the Saratoga County Chamber of Commerce. It takes a village, as we're fond of hearing. And in this particular case, the success to date is spread around between the governor's office, Empire State Development, Saratoga County government, Saratoga Springs City government, and the Saratoga County Chamber of Commerce.
So let me ask you a question. When Global Foundries came in, again, much bigger than this, but still, this is the second biggest. When Global Foundries came in, the towns of Malta and Stillwater, there's a lot of changes, a lot of building and roads and so forth. What along those lines will we see, or beyond those lines, what will we see here in Saratoga Springs and in the central part of Saratoga County that will have to be set up for infrastructure for them and so forth?
Well, we continue to work with Regeneron on what exactly they're going to need. The timeline right now is the infrastructure that may be required going forward is not anything that's going to be immediately required, probably 3 years out before the needed infrastructure of water and wastewater management, electricity, utilities are going to be required. But we've got a healthy infrastructure to start, which is one of the things that helped Regeneron make this decision. But we've got some time, and working with our partners in economic development, as previously stated, we'll be able to support whatever infrastructure requirements Regeneron may need. And by extension, as you may know, in the Grandy Industrial Park here in the city of Saratoga Springs, there's, I believe, 24 to 26 property owners and tenants. And the infrastructure that will help enable the Regeneron investment may also help those industries and companies with any kind of expansion plans they may have in the next 5 to 10 years. So it's a great opportunity, not only for Regeneron, but also for the many property owners and tenants that are existing in the industrial park today.
And how about the roadways surrounding the industrial park with that many more employees eventually? Will there have to be some? I have to assume there'll be some upgrades related to this project.
Well, I'm not familiar directly with any upgrades that may be required. Of course, that would be part of the city of Saratoga Springs land use planning and review process. And we're a little bit early in that process right now. But Saratoga Springs has a fully staffed, experienced development team. So I'm pretty confident that once the need is identified, we'll all work together to be able to enable the investment.
And you touched on this. These 1,000 jobs will be a reality when the plant is fully operational, and we're at the very beginning. So we're talking some years out, right, before we get that many jobs in here?
Well, the jobs, as I understand it, will begin probably around 3 years. Now, that's the Regeneron employment. But one of the byproducts of this investment is almost immediately in early 2026, over 500 temporary construction jobs will be required. So immediately, there's going to be activity. I say immediately, within the first 6 months of 26. There's going to be some activity on the site, represented in large part by temporary construction jobs to help enable the investment, which will then be followed by the Regeneron employees, which right now is estimated to be in year number 3.
Okay, great. This is, Saratoga County, Saratoga Springs, so many of us say it, it's not perfect, but darn it, it's I won't even say it's close to perfect, but boy, it is a wonderful place to live and raise a family and have careers and so forth. And this just adds to it. So I just as a wearing my Joe Citizen hat, I just want to congratulate you, Greg, as well as your entire team, as well as all the partners that were involved with this. This is just great news. Sometimes the news can be bad successively, right? But this is great news, and you have every right to celebrate it. I'm celebrating it as a citizen. I think that's awesome right here in my city.
Well, I think you're right, Dan. And what makes our job a little bit easier here at SEDC is we have a great product to offer, and that product is Saratoga County. It's great, as you mentioned. It's a great place to live, to work, to raise a family, and to make one's next capital investment. In 2025 alone, SEDC, in cooperation with our IDA partners here in the county, have enabled over $300 million in new investment. And by extension, that capital investment in a number of projects throughout the county has created over 500 full-time job opportunities. And maybe even more important for some, we've been able to retain and keep in Saratoga County about 200 jobs. So independent of the Regeneron investment, we've got a great product to offer here in Saratoga County, and we've been very successful so far.
Greg, thanks for joining us today. Again, I'm glad we were able to go a little bit deeper into this. Maybe someday, as things start moving along with this, we could have another interview and go even deeper. And just because some people like to know the back end of the story of how these great projects came to fruition. So thanks again for joining us.
Yeah, I appreciate again the opportunity, Dan. Happy to chat with you at any time. And I look forward to seeing you around the city and the county soon. And happy Thanksgiving, not only to you and your family, but to all of your subscribers from SEDC.
Excellent. Thank you. And same to you and your family and kids and grandkids and everything. And I know we'll be bumping into each other over the holidays.
I look forward to it, Dan. Take good care. Thank you.
Thanks, Greg. Greg Connors, folks. Take care.